Another system of linear equations application problem. This is regarding finance and interest. A small corporation borrows $775,000 to expand its clothing line. Some of the money was borrowed at 8%, some at 9%, and some at 10%. How much was borrowed at each rate when the annual interest owed was $67,500 and the amount borrowed at 8% was 4 times the amount borrowed at 10%. Okay, so we have three amounts, x, y, and z. X at 8%, y at 9%, and z at 10%, right? Let's define the variable. Okay, so x is equals to the amount borrowed at 8%. And then y is at 9%, and then z is at 10%. Okay, so we have three different amounts. Okay, the first equation is you have to describe the total, $775,000. So that will be x plus y plus z equals to the total. So the first equation is x plus y plus z equals to the total. So 775,000, right? And then what's next? And then the interest rate, so 8%, 9%, 10%. All right, so I can't use 8, I have to put the 8 in decimal. So that will be 0.08x plus 0.09y plus 0.10z. The total interest is $67,500. And then the last one, the amount borrowed at 8%, which is the x, was 4 times the amount borrowed at 10%. So let's say the amount borrowed at 8% was 4 times the amount borrowed at 10%. So I have some money in my pocket. You have some money in your pocket. My amount is, the amount borrowed at 8% was 4 times. My amount is 4 times greater than yours. Okay, so you have something. I have something. My amount is 4 times greater than yours. So let's say I have $40, then how much do you have? My amount is 4 times greater than yours. So that means if you take your amount, multiply by 4, then that is equal to mine, right? So that means you have $4. You take your 40 and 4, right? Okay. Let's say I have 16, okay, and you have 4. So 4 times your 4 is equals to 16. So you have to take the borrow at 10%. So 4 times the amount borrowed at 10%, so which is 4z, that is equal to the amount borrowed at 8%, so which is x. But which amount is higher without multiplying by 4? The amount borrowed at 8% was 4 times the amount borrowed at 10%. So that means the amount borrowed at 8% is much higher, right? Which makes sense because 8 is the smallest interest rate. It is reasonable to borrow more at 8% and then borrow less at 10%. All right. So that means 8 is greater than the 10%. So after you got the result, the amount at 8%, okay, so whatever x equals to must be greater than the amount at 10%, because 10% they charge you additional 2%. You don't want to borrow that much money. Okay, so that is my equation 3. Actually, you know what? The equation 3 is pretty nice. So that is x equals to 4z. I can do some substitution immediately. So they told me that x is equals to 4z. So what I am going to do is I am going to plug in this x to here and here. And then I can rewrite the system, so there will be no more x in the system. Okay, so let's do that. So we have 4z plus y plus z, right? So we have a 4z plus y plus z equals to the total. And then 0.08 times 4, so that is 0.32. Okay, and then you plus the 10z. So that will be 0.32z plus 0.09y plus 0.10z equals to the total interest. All right, okay, let's make this shorter because I am going to simplify the z. So for the z, you can clean that up. 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. And then the system is y plus 5z equals to this. Okay, and then 0.32 plus 0.10, that is 0.42. So 0.09y plus 0.42z equals to this. Okay, so what else can we do? Can I do this? Can I rewrite this equation as what? As y equals to 5z. No, actually I will take the total minus the 5z, and then I will do a substitution. So this is what y equals to, right? I am going to substitute this y over here. Okay, let's see what do we get after the substitution. So after the substitution, this is what we get. Okay, you know what? Let's do this in a different color. So that represents like we are moving on to a new stage, right? So let's do that in green. Okay, after I substitute this y into that y, I have 0.09 times y, which is in z. So 775,000 minus 5z, and then plus 0.42z equals the total amount of interest. Okay, now we are able to solve for z. Okay, do a distribution. We have 69750 minus 0.45z plus 0.42z equals to the total interest. And then combine the z, I have what? I have negative 0.03z. Don't worry about that because the total interest minus that. So when you take the total interest minus that, you get a negative. So that will be a negative 2250. So once you solve for z, the z is equals to $75,000. So this is the amount borrowed at 10%. Okay, I got the z. The rest should be easy. And then what about the y? So the y, let's do it in a different color. The y will be 775,000 minus 5 times the z that we just found. So the y is equals to, that will be a $400,000. This is at 9%. So this is at 9%. And then finally, let's find out the x. X is equals to 4z, right? Let's use this color. So x is equals to 4 times z, $75,000. So x is equals to $300,000. This is at 8%. So when you check your work, 4 times this, 4 times the 75 is equals to 300. Okay, so now I got the amount borrowed at 8, the amount borrowed at 9, and then the amount borrowed at 10%, and this problem is now done. Okay, if this is something that you would like to watch, you think I can teach you some math, I can teach you how to do math, you understand exactly how I solve the math problem, give this video a thumbs up. If this is the contents that you would like to watch in the future, subscribe for more subscribe for more detail. Okay, I will meet you all in the next video. Signing out.